Assalamu alaikum. This is Taalib Abdur Rahim, and inshallah, and also hi to all the rest of human beings. Inshallah, I'm going to try to clarify the issue at hand, the unfortunate misconceptions and the issues with the Muslims today, as well as from the times before today, that have been misconceived about the dawah to Salafiyah, or the call to the path of the Salaf. Okay, as we say, Tariqul Salaf, the path of the Salaf, and the Salaf are the people, the pious predecessors from the past, and they were the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the companions of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the next two generations that preceded them, the blessed generations of the Tabi'een and the Tabi'een. Being that, I'm not a scholar, of course, or neither a Taalib Ilm or a student of knowledge, as we say in English, but I do know what I know, alhamdulillah, with the blessings of Allah and those scholars that have been teaching on this issue, understanding of Salafiyah, the dawah to Salafiyah, and the misconceptions from those people, such as especially non-Muslims, who paint a bad image, or not that they paint the bad image, but they do actually paint a bad image, the ones in the media, but the ones that are ignorant, that they follow and just watch what they see on the news and the media and everything, they unfortunately don't know the truth, and they don't even try to find other than what they see on TV or read in a newspaper or read in a magazine about, as they say, Salafist or radical Islamist or Islamic fundamentalist, and that word, saying fundamentalist, is not good, the way that when they use it in a negative connotation, if they use it in a negative tone, and connecting with terrorism and connecting with evil actions of a human being, because fundamentals is something good, because it comes from the word foundation, or the beginning, the beginning of something, the origin of something, and it's like with food or anything, you want to get what's from the original essence of that food. You want to get what's the origin, what's the original essence that helps you to give you the nourishment that you need from that food. And it's the same with religion, it's the same with anything. You want to start from where things started in the beginning, unless they started off on a negative, then that's understood. But if things started from the beginning on the correct path, then that's what we're supposed to be upon. That's with any religion. In aspect, I'm dealing with the part of Islam, which is a religion. It's a belief. It's a way of life. As we know, it says deen. Deen is another understanding of it, means life, your way, your lifestyle, how you live. So with the Muslims, we're supposed to live this way. We're supposed to live according to the path of the Salaf. But to get it a little better than myself, because I'm not a scholar again, inshallah, I want to read a little bit out of a good book, one of the scholars, one of the major scholars of our time, Sheikh Al-Albani, Imam Muhammad Nazruddin Al-Albani, who died 1420 Hijri, rahimahullah. And this book is called Fundamentals of the Salafi Methodology, and it is an Islamic manual for reform, meaning that to reform from the likes of the paths of bid'ah, which the main point is what this dawah is upon, is to bring the people upon what the Prophet and his companions and the Tabi'een and the Tabi'een were upon, bringing the people back, calling them back to this path, because unfortunately the Muslims went away from this path in different sects, in different groups. And what it says, to get into the book, ad-dawah to Salafiyah in conventional usage. Some of the scholars, old and new, have coined a conventional term, ad-dawah to Salafiyah, the call of as-Salafiyah. Indeed, some others have called it the Dawah and Surus Sunatul Muhammadiyya, and others have called it the Dawah of Ahlul Hadith. All of these names give proof for one meaning. This single meaning is what the Jama'at of the Muslims, which Jama'at means community or group of Muslims, old and new, have been heedless of for so long. They have not paid attention to it, or they paid attention to it, but they did not give it the consideration that it deserves. And this is what the Sheikh was saying. And to give some commentary, as he mentioned, Imam Ad-Dahabi, which died 748 Hijri, said concerning the biography of Muhammad ibn Muhammad al-Bahraini, he was a good Salafi with respect to the religion. So the Sheikh, he mentioned this, Imam Ad-Dahabi. Ad-Dahabi referred to Mujamus Shuyuk, okay, and he said in the biography of Ahmed ibn Nimam al-Maqdisi, he was upon the Aqidah of the Salaf. Okay, and you can refer this to Mujamus Shuyuk of Ad-Dahabi. Okay, and indeed Al-Alama Abdulaziz ibn Abdullah ibn Bas, the Mufti of Saudi Arabia, who was before the Mufti that we have now, was asked, "What do you say about the one who calls himself a Salafi and Al-Athari? Is this a term of condemnation?" So His Eminence, Hafithul Rahimullah, replied, "If he is truthful in saying that he is Athari or Salafi, then there is no problem. This is like what the Salaf used to say, so and so is Salafi, or so and so is Athari. This term of condemnation from which there is no escape, rather it is the term of condemnation that is obligatory." So the people might condemn us, the non-Muslims might condemn us and say, "Oh, those are Salafis, and those are Wahhabis, and those are this." And this term Wahhabi, where did it come from? Where did it originate from? It originated from, of course, again, the non-Muslims who mentioned, who started to get a nickname and a negative nickname for the groups of the Muslims in Saudi Arabia especially, that followed the path of what the teachings that were given from one of the major scholars of their time, at that time, which was Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab, Sheikh Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab. And he was a scholar of Islam, and he was a scholar a major scholar of Aqidah, and taught Tawheed, because at the time, these people in those areas of Saudi Arabia, in many of the areas, they were upon shirk and kufr. Some of them left the faith out of their actions, and they were upon shirk out of their actions because they worshipped people that were dead in graves. There were plenty of grave worshippers of different other groups in those times, and he spoke against them first. And then even after the times when there was battles going on to gain power in Saudi Arabia, one of the major components was through the king that we know of, King Abdullah, who worked together with the sheikh to remove these types of actions and evil in the land forcefully, because these people, it was rampant, and they fought against the sheikh, and who supported the sheikh was the king eventually to become. So alhamdulillah, but there's more history on that, and I'm just trying to give you a little bit. But I'm gonna kind of leave away from this video and try to do one more, maybe two more. It may take a little while to finish out this subject a little bit, because I have to speak about what is the main point of it, because unfortunately today, in these times where this so-called terrorism and this and that, and these so-called Islamic radicals that have been out there, or they call them Salafist, and they say it's a Wahhabi brand of Islam. This is the point. I'm trying to speak on behalf of those Muslims myself, being inshallah, speak on those Muslims myself that, that happen to be Salafi. And I'm definitely against terrorism. I'm definitely against killing of innocent people, or even an innocent animal, even taking the life of and destroying property and trees and land. Because in what it says in Islam, when there's jihad of war, there is regulations, and we cannot destroy and harm innocent things. But look at mankind has been doing this for hundreds of years, destroying, taking life unjustly. And then they put it and stick it all on the Muslims all the time, saying that the Islam, the fundamentalists and the Islamists and the Salafists and the Wahhabis and all these different groups, trying to bring it all together and say it's the Salafists, say it's Salafi. And Salafi is disconnected, has no connection with terrorism at all. You're looking at people who are going in the cover like a sheep in wolf's clothing. I mean, a wolf in sheep's clothing, excuse me, and going around and committing these evil acts. And who's to say that these groups are not connected with the governments of the world that are trying to control the world? And it's only an elite amounts of these people in each country, especially the non-Muslim countries, that are trying to take over the world and control the people. And this ain't no cartoon. This ain't no evil scientists taking over the world. This is people. These people who got a lot of money and in control, and they have political position, and they are tricking the people in the media and using the media to do this and to demonize Islam. And of course, the main groups that push the authentic teachings of Islam to try to keep them alive are the Salafis. So they want to drown out, demonize, slander this way, because it's the only lasting group out of all. It's a safe sect out of all the sects that confirm the correct, balanced understanding of Islam, not the deviant ways that have been portrayed, and all these other different ways that have been portrayed that are not upon the path of the Salaf. So may Allah guide the Muslims, and guide the non-Muslims to Islam ultimately, and to clarify and clearly know the truth. And I will try to stop and come back. I think I went a little bit over. I hope I can upload this video, but if not, I will try to do another one. Okay, inshallah. All right, assalamu alaikum. Peace.